हाँ जी, अपन पढ़ रहे हैं पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का चॉपर। और चॉपर में अपन पढ़ रहे हैं बक कन्वर्टर मीन्स स्टेप डाउन चॉपर। स्टेप डाउन चॉपर। बक कन्वर्टर मीन्स स्टेप डाउन चॉपर। सो ये अपन स्टेप डाउन चॉपर पढ़ रहे हैं और इसको अपन ने फर्स्ट लेक्चर में कुछ पढ़ा है कि कैसे स्टेप डाउन चॉपर वर्क करता है, कैसे स्टेप अप चॉपर वर्क करता है और कैसे स्टेप अप डाउन काम करता है और उनकी क्या इक्वेशंस होती है और कैसे एनर्जी का ट्रांसफर होता है और कैसे इंडक्टर जो एनर्जी लेता है और जो एक साइकिल जो एक सेटअप हो जाता है और एक स्टडी स्टेट जो है मैकेनिज्म सेट हो जाता है और उस मैकेनिज्म में एक इंडक्टर इसको हेल्प करता है कि कैसे आपका वोल्टेज बढ़ाया या जो घटाया जा सकता है। ये अपन ने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में स्टडी की है। इसके फॉर्मूले, इक्वेशन और वेव फॉर्म सारे अपन ने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में देखे हैं। आप यदि प्रीवियस लेक्चर नहीं देखा है then definitely you will go through that lecture. Definitely you gain all the things: step up chopper, step down chopper, step up down chopper. So here the step down chopper is known as buck converter, step up is known as boost converter, and up down is known as buck boost converter. And it is also the buck boost give the polarity, that is the reverse, the output polarity is the reverse. To convert that polarity, the reverse opposite, where required, the one additional circuit arrangement, one additional inductor and the diode, and that circuit is known as Cook converter. So there is the four kind of the converters here: buck boost, buck boost and Cook. Okay, but here the step down is the base and the time domain analysis of that converter is very important. How the waveform, how the current waveform, how the variation of the current, and how we can define the ripple and ripple factor and variation of the current. Ripple means variation of the current with respect to the on and off cycle of the converter. So all that will define and will calculate and study well. So here in this lecture we'll study the time domain analysis of buck converter. Time domain analysis of buck converter. Definitely you'll enjoy a lot with me the study and analysis of the buck converter. I have the 22 years experience. 22 years of the experience to teach the electrical engineering student and faculty member for different competitive examination as well as set examinations and their career upliftment programs. So definitely enjoy a lot and you learn the subject with me and take from the fundamental basics and definitely you'll enjoy. And then I also give some the additional lecture for the problem solving classes and the simplification of all that and the additional whatever you require later on. So firstly go through the base and theoretically on the conceptual classes. So definitely you'll enjoy and you refer these lectures to your friends also, and when you learn and listen properly, then definitely you will discuss with your friends. Discussion is very important, very important. Without discussion you not gain the things. You learn and discuss with the others. Then definitely it is permanent your asset. It's your asset. It's your asset. If you are not discussing, then definitely you will forget. So the technical things and the things when you learn and then discuss, then the learn and the discuss means it come in your routine life, and it become a part of your life. It's the part of the mind, and definitely your mind maintain that in the longer and longer. So definitely you'll enjoy and it becomes very fundamental and very easier for you. So definitely discuss. Discuss means say to your friend to listen this lecture and then discuss. So you refer, you forward and like. If any of the difficulty you will face, then definitely you will comment me. So I will take care of your comments, and then whenever I have time and I have the additional classes for the solving the problems and additional the things I'll provide, and definitely I'll take care of all these comments and provide the additional one. Okay, so now we are going the step down converters analysis. So this is the circuit diagram of the step down. This is the battery, the source, and this is the chopper. This is the chopper, and this is the diode, and this is the inductor, the resistor, and a battery. This is nothing, it is RLE load. RLE load. So this is the load known as the DC motor. This load, RLE load, is nothing. RLE load. It's nothing, it is DC motor. It's the real load on the system. It is known as RLE load. Okay, and the chopper, the inductor is necessarily a good device. The inductor is required, inductance is required in the chopper circuit. It definitely required for maintaining the current and the variation and to reduce the ripple in the current. We will study later. So this is the inductor, this is the resistor, and this is the battery. Plus minus. Okay, so what happens? This is the chopper switch, this is the chopper switch, this is the chopper one. So, okay, so when the chopper is on, I already discussed, the waveform diagram. The waveform diagram is, when the chopper is on, the output voltage is like this is the output voltage when the chopper is on for the on cycle. This is for the T on time period, and for the off it is the off. This RLE load is nothing, it is DC motor. So it is for the off cycle. So it's the total duration. This is the off duration, T off time duration, and then for the T on, then for the T off, then the T on. So this is the output one, the output voltage, and this is equal to the source voltage. So this is the output voltage, and here the time period on this axis. So this is the output voltage waveform for the buck converter. Okay, the current waveform is when it is having the voltage, means the chopper is on, means the switch is on, current is increased till this one, and then off, the current is decreases, then on, the current is definitely increases, then off, current is decreases. So this is the variation in the current. This is the variation in the current. So it varies from two values. So the current having the value, that is the current's minimum value, and this is the current's maximum possible value. So this is the maximum value, and the variation is known as ripple. The percentage, that the value with respect to the average value is known as ripple. So we will try to analyze that, we will try to calculate that, we will try to find out time domain analysis of this current. So we are taking the equation. So firstly, when the switch CH on, CH1, this is the CH1, when the CH1 on, the equation is ES, source voltage, or Vs, it is Vs, Vs source voltage is equals to voltage drop across the inductor is L di upon dt plus voltage drop across the resistance is R into I plus the back EMF. This is the back EMF of battery voltage. Not the battery, the back EMF of a DC motor. So this is the simple equation when that switch is on condition. Okay, definitely it is. So we are taking the Laplacian of that. So this is the Vs source voltage divided by S because it is a constant one. L S I naught S minus I. You know what the value of initial value is the I minimum. So I m n. Minimum is mn, maximum is mx. We are taking. So I minimum plus R into Is plus EB by S because it is a constant value. So this is the Laplacian transformation of this. So we are taking on that I as a common factor, Is is a common factor, so it is Ls plus R is equals to with the Ls plus R. Okay, so remainings are Vs minus EB by S, Vs minus EB by S plus Li minimum, Mn minimum. Okay, this is the value. So now we are taking the Is is equal to, so Is is equals to Vs at the Vs minus EB divided by S, Ls plus R plus Limn divided by Ls plus R. If we are taking the inverse Laplacian of this equation, by taking the inverse Laplacian, this is it at any time t is equals to Vs minus Eb divided by R 1 minus e raised to power minus t by tau, and here tau is the time constant of circuit, that is L upon R. Okay, plus L as well take common, so it is Emn e raised to power minus L t upon tau. So here tau is nothing, it is L upon R in the time constant of the circuit. So this is the equation number 1. We'll consider. This is equation number 1 we are considering. Very important equation. So from that equation, if you want to find out, when we will put the the t is equal to 0, the value of I is I minimum here. When the t is equal to 0, the current is having the minimum value. You know what we are doing? We are analyzing the current, how the current vary, what the minimum value, what the maximum value, what the ripple means, variation in between minimum and maximum, and the converter means this buck converter vary the current from maximum to minimum, what the variation take place, that is known as ripple. So we want to calculate all that. So when t is equal to 0, I naught becomes Imn. When we will put the t is equal to 0 over here, this becomes I minimum. So it is Vs minus Eb divided by R 1 minus t 0 will e raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1. E raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1, it is 0. Plus I minimum, e raised to power 0 is 1. So in minimum is equal to minimum. So there is no any solution. Minimum is equal to minimum. Definitely the equation is the right one. Now what we will put, to find out the proper solution. So I'll put T is equal to T on. T is equal to T on. Then I become I maximum, Mx. You know, when you put the T is equal to T on, the value of the current is I maximum. So it is I max is equal to Vs minus Eb divided by R 1 minus e raised to power T on divided by tau minus plus I minimum e raised to power minus T on upon tau. So this is the equation number 2. Definitely we require the equation number 1 and 2 to simplify the maximum and minimum. So these are the two variables. So the two different equations are required. So this is for the T on condition. Now we are taking the T off condition also. So we'll consider these two equations. We'll taking the two equations. We'll take care of these two equations and then try to simplify. Okay. So these are the two equations. Now when CH1 off. When the CH1 is off, means this is the off, then this is the circulation of the current like this. This is the circulation of the current. When the CH1 is off, this is the circulation of the current through the diode. So the output voltage is 0. So the voltage is 0. So it is 0 is equal to L di by dt plus Ri plus Eb. Okay. So this is by taking the Laplacian transformation, minus Eb by S is equal to Ls Is minus L. What the minimum value? What the value when it is start? This cycle is start, its value is I maximum. So I max plus RIS. Okay. So the value of IS is equals to minus EB by S Ls plus R minus plus Li max divided by Ls plus R. So you know they will simplify. The value comes out IT is equals to minus EB divided by R 1 minus e raised to power minus T dash. Here we are taking the T dash, not the T. T dash upon tau. Tau is the time constant of the circuit plus I max e raised to power minus T dash upon tau. Okay. Definitely. Therefore, IT dash, when we are putting the value IT dash, this is the equation. So this is the equation number 3. Equation number 3. We'll put the value when T dash is equal to, here the T dash is the time, T dash is T minus T on. T dash is nothing, it is T minus T on. So when we will put the T is equal to total time, we will put the T dash is equal to T minus T on. Okay, so T dash is equal to here we are putting the value. So the T dash means T, total T. When we will put the T is equal to total T. So the time is this one. So here the value of I is I minimum. Here the value of I is I minimum. So the value of I is IMN is equals to minus EB divided by R 1 minus e raised to power minus T dash is nothing, it is T minus T on upon tau minus plus I maximum e raised to power minus T minus T on upon tau. Okay, so this is the value. So this is the equation number 4. Now we having the two equations, 3 and 4 only. 1 or 4 only, because we calculated that the equation, these two equations, and from these two equations we can find out the value of minimum and maximum, because the two equation and 2 are the variables. The two equation and 2 are the variables. These are the two equation now, and 2's are the variable. So I will put the value in, in equation number 2, put the value of Imn. So Imn over here we can put the value. So we can write down the equation like this one. We can put the value like this one. Imn is equals to, not Imn, Imx, and x is equal to, this is nothing, it is the analysis. We'll try to find out what the variation in the current take place, what the ripple factor will take place in the buck converter. So this is the time domain analysis of the current or buck converter. So this is we are doing. This is the waveform, and from the waveform we are doing the time domain analysis. Analysis we are doing. So here the Imx is equals to Vs minus VEB, Vs minus EB divided by R, 1 minus e raised to power T on upon tau minus T on upon tau plus Imn. So value of Imn is, here Imn is this one. So we'll put the value is equal to minus, or here minus EB divided by R, 1 minus e raised to power minus T minus T on upon tau into this one, into e raised to power minus T on upon tau plus Imx e raised to power minus T on upon tau into e raised to power minus T on upon tau. So Imx we are taking on one side. So Imx is equal to 1 minus this one. So here it is minus T by tau plus T on by tau minus T on by tau. So here the plus T on by tau and minus T on by tau get cancel out. So it becomes 1 minus e raised to power minus T by tau only. Okay, this is very simple. It is. It is equal to Vs upon R. EB and EB are here, so we'll simplify that. So Es upon R, 1 minus e raised to power minus T on upon tau. This is the one fact. Minus EB upon R. This is we are taking the common. So here is 1 minus e raised to power minus T on upon tau. The one thing, and if we are taking the minus, then it is plus e raised to power minus T on upon tau minus, here T by tau minus plus and minus, so it becomes e raised to power minus T by tau only. It is. So this is, and this is get cancel out. So finally the equation becomes Imx is equals to Vs upon R, 1 minus e raised to power T on by tau minus E upon R, 1 minus e raised to power T upon tau. Okay, 1 minus e raised to power minus t on upon tau minus e upon r 1 minus e raised to power minus t by 2. You know what it indicates? It indicates that V upon R, this the source voltage remains for the on cycle, and EB upon R, this voltage opposes the source voltage, and it remains for the total cycle, means the total duration, means in the on and off both the part. Definitely it is the right one. Very good equation. Very fundamental equation. We'll go from this. So now this I max will put over here. Then we can find out the I mean. Otherwise also, you know that the fourth equation was the fourth equation was this is. Here the fourth equation was. This was the IMN. It is equals to minus EB upon R 1 minus e raised to power minus t minus t on upon tau plus IMX e raised to power minus t minus t on by tau. Okay. So this is the minimum, and this was the equation number 4. From this is the equation number 5. And now the equation number 6 will got. We'll simplify. We'll try to simplify and find out the minimum and maximum values. So now the maximum value we know, the minimum value we will find. So in minimum, IMN is equals to minus EB upon R 1 minus e raised to power minus t on upon tau plus IMX. So this is the value of IMX. So IMX we will put over here Vs minus EB divided by R 1 minus e raised to power minus t on upon tau into e raised to power minus t on upon tau plus IMX plus IMX. This was IMX. So it was this, and so it was IMN, not IMX. It is IMN e raised to power minus t on upon tau into e raised to power minus t on upon tau. Okay, this is the value. So now we are taking IMN as a common factor. So it is 1 minus. So this is the IMN 1 minus. So here e raised to power on, here plus e raised to power on. So it remains 1 minus e raised to power minus t by tau only. It remains this plus. Here this is the back EMF and Vs. This is the Vs divided by R. And when we multiply this one, so this is the T on minus, and here T on is the plus. So it becomes e raised to power minus t by tau, and here it is e raised to power, when Vs by R we are taking this one. So 1 here is 1 multiplied, so it becomes only minus t on divided by tau minus e raised to power minus t upon tau, because t on and t on get cancel out. Okay, minus eb upon r, so it is 1 minus e raised to power t minus t on upon tau, plus here it is 1 minus t minus t on upon tau, and this becomes minus e raised to power minus t by tau. So this and this get cancelled out. So the equation this becomes I mn is equals to divided by 1 minus e raised to power minus t by 2, divided by, and it is also Vs divided by R e raised to power t by 2. We are taking the common, so it becomes minus 1 minus e raised to power t on upon tau, with plus minus we are taking common, then it happens like this one, and minus eb upon r and e raised to power minus t by tau, e raised to power t by tau minus eb divided by r, and here 1 minus e raised to power minus t by 2. Okay, divided by 1 minus e raised to power minus t by 2. So these are the values. Now putting their value, and we'll find out the ripple factor, which is nothing, it is E maximum minus I minimum. That is not a ripple factor. So that ripple, if we are calculating, then it is E means Vs, source voltage Vs divided by R, 1 minus e raised to power minus t on by tau into 1 minus e raised to power minus t on by tau divided by 1 minus e raised to power minus t by 2. This is the way. We'll find out the final value, means the ripple, and this final value is divided by this Vs by R. So it will give the percentage ripple. So this is the percentage ripple factor. Percentage, it will give the ripple factor, unit value of ripple factor. And if we will multiply by 100, it gives the percentage ripple factor. We will draw the ripple factor for different value of the t by tau. For the different value of the t by tau, we can represent this. This is the analytical part. And for the different value of the t by tau, if we are representing, then this graphical representation comes like this one. It comes like this. Okay, when t by tau is equal to 25, and it is like this. When t by tau is equal to 20, it is like this. When t by tau is equal to 10, it is like this. When t by tau is equal to 5, and it is like this. It is like this. If the t by tau is 2 or 1. So when it is if we are taking the 1 value 100%, we are taking 100%. Then for t by tau is for the 5 value, it is 75%, 0.75%, 75%. It is for 2, it is for 1, it is for 0.5. So these are the different values, and the value with respect to percentage output value, the ripple content. And you will see in this range, the ripples remains constant, and that range is from 0.25 to 0.75. So if the variation here is, this is nothing, it is a duty ratio. Here is the duty ratio, here the ripple factor. If the ripple duty ratio is, means on and off, on the duty ratio del is nothing, it is the T on divided by T. This is the ratio of the time, T on upon T, the ratio of the time. If the duty ratio is vary in between 25.25 means from 1/4 to the 3/4, ripple is almost remains constant. Ripple is almost remains constant. There is no any variation. So it is suggested that the buck converters should be operated for the duty ratio of 1/4 to 3/4. So there the ripple content, what the ripple will appear, but it remains flat. So for the smaller value of the t by tau means the circuit time constant and time of a cycle. This t by tau is the circuit time constant and time constant of a cycle. If it is a higher one, the higher the ripple. If lesser one, the lesser the ripple. If the time of a cycle and time constant of a circuit means LR, time constant tau, T by tau means here this tau is L upon R. Here this tau is L upon R. Means that the ratio of the time of a cycle to the time constant of circuit. So this is the fact. If this time of a cycle to the time constant ratio is a higher one, if the moreover the time of a cycle means the cyclic time is higher one, higher the ripple percentage. If the cyclic time is lesser one with respect to the circuit time constant, if the circuit are not allowing the much one of the time, so the circuit time constant is equals to the ratio is 1, then the ripple is only the 25%. Only 0.25% means 25% of ripple will have. And it is a lesser, the circuit time constant is higher as compared to what the cyclic time will set. Cyclic time means the on-off will set, the operating frequency will set, establish. And that operating frequency will settle, that is the smaller operating frequency, that is the higher one, frequency is the higher one, the operation cycle is smaller one, less the ripple, less the variation, the steady state the current. If we are taking the smaller and smaller the gap, this is the input, this is the output, this is the input, this is the output, then variation in the current, the small one, so what is the lesser the variation. If the gap is the higher one, then the variation in the current is higher. So this is the analysis. How we can decrease the ripple content. Which one affect the ripple content? Then the time constant of a cycle, the operating frequency of a cycle, Higher the operating frequency, lesser the ripple. Higher the time constant of the circuit. If the circuit time constant tau is the higher one, then this content decreases. Okay, so this is the way we will analyze the ripple content and occurrence of ripple, variation in the current as per the output voltage, the equation. Okay, so this is about this ripple content and analysis, the time domain analysis of the buck converter. Time domain analysis of a buck converter. Now we are taking the different operation. Operation means the controlling strategy. The controlling strategy. So the controlling is the time ratio control. The output voltage can be controlled by the two-way or the three-way. The time controlling is time ratio control, the one in the controlling technique. Control of output. Control of output of a step down chopper means buck converter. How you can control? That is the one that time ratio control. Is that time ratio control. And second is current limiting control. Current limiting control. Current limiting control. Time ratio control further bifurcated into two parts. One is PWM, pulse width modulation control. PWM is known as pulse width modulation control. And second is frequency modulation, FM. Frequency modulation control. So these are the different controlling technique on converters. How you can control the output voltage. So there are the two techniques. One is time ratio control, other is current limiting control. So first we will study the time ratio control. Then the current limiting control. So first the time ratio control. In the time ratio control there are two techniques. One is pulse width modulation control. That is very popular technique. PWM, pulse width modulation control. PWM technique. Other is the frequency modulation technique. So what is the difference in between these two techniques to control the output voltage? So we'll give the example. You know, this is the output. This is the output. This is the output. Here this is the total cyclic time. This is the total cyclic time. This is the same, the total cyclic time. Okay. If you want to decrease the voltage, this is pulse width, W, width of a pulse. If you want to decrease the voltage, the lesser the output voltage is required. This is the width of the pulse is shorter, and the total cyclic duration is the same one. Total cyclic time is remains same, but the width of the pulse is shorter. Total cyclic time is same, but the width of the pulse is smaller. Width of pulse is smaller. So this is the pulse width W1. The smaller here the pulse width is W2. But the time cycle is T, which is the same. See, it is also known as constant frequency control. constant frequency. The total cycle is same, so 1 upon total cycle is on the frequency, so the operating frequency is same, switching frequency is the same. Okay. The width of pulse means on cycle is different. On duration will become less or higher. It depends upon the output voltage. Third one, if we require more the output voltage, so pulse width will be high. Wider the pulse width. We will require more the output. The more the pulse width, this is the pulse width 3. This is the W3 pulse width. And this is the total cyclic time, which remains the same. This technique is PWM, pulse width modulation time. PWM is key. And second scheme is frequency modulation scheme. Means the total duration does not vary, does vary. The pulse width does not vary. So in the second technique, this is the pulse width. Okay, this is the pulse width. This is. If you want to decrease the voltage, the pulse width remains same. Total duration will be, pulse width remains same, total duration will vary. This is remains same, total duration will vary. If we want to increase, this is the time. If we want to decrease, then also total duration, total pulse width remains same. And total cyclic time here, total will vary. So here this is the pulse width in W, here the pulse width in W, here the pulse width in W. But here the time duration of a cycle is T1, here the time duration of a cycle is T2, here the time duration of the cycle is T3. So this works, and even the frequency is F1, that is 1 upon T1. Here the frequency is F2, that is 1 upon T2. Here the frequency is F3, that is 1 upon T3. Here the operating frequency is F, that is 1 upon T. Here the operating frequency is F, that is 1 upon T. Here the operating frequency is F, that is 1 upon T. So here the frequency is constant. So it is also known as constant frequency of PWM, pulse width modulation technique, and this is known as frequency modulation technique. Different frequency. Which one is the better? This is the FM modulation. FM modulation scheme. Frequency modulation scheme. This is better. Better. Why it is better? Because the frequency is constant. So no additional filter is required. Wide variation frequency required, wide filtration in the harmonic. Due to the switching, there is a harmonic production. So here the constant frequency, a simple filter is required. So, and in the pulse, the cyclic time is the fixed one. Nor the longer the pulse. If here the longer the pulse, you will see in the T3 that the very longer the pulse duration of a cycle. So the current not remains constant. Current becomes zero. Discontinuity of the current will take place. Here the discontinuation of the current, and the discontinuation gives the jerky motion. The drives are not working smoothly. The output is not smoothly. Power supply not continuing. So there is so many drawbacks. Very wide radiation filters are required. Harmonics are produced. Discontinuing the current. Fluctuation in the supply. Variation in the torque. Fluctuation in the torque, drive not smooth one. So this technique is not used. So this the technique means the technique which is generally we are using, that is pulse width modulation technique. So in the pulse width modulation technique, the output voltage is, so the output voltage is the T on upon total T into Vs. So this is the output voltage. So here it is T on into F into Vs. So this is fixed frequency, fixed source, and on cycle will vary. So pulse width will be vary. Otherwise it also written down like this one. So V naught equals to del into Vs. Del is the pulse width duration, ratio control. The on cyclic ratio control. This is not a ratio control or duty ratio control. So this is the technique also known as duty ratio control technique. So this is a very good technique and it is known as controlling technique. Output voltage control technique in converters means choppers. What kind of chopper? Buck chopper. Buck chopper. Buck chopper. Buck means step down chopper. Now we are taking one controlling technique, that is current limiting control. One additional controlling technique, that is current limiting control. How will control in the current limiting? That is also not necessarily not good one. But wherever the high current requirement or constant current requirement is there, that kind of the techniques are generally used. So what the current controlling technique? Current limiting technique. So current limiting control. Current limiting control. So here when we on the thyristor or the chopper, current is increases. When we off the chopper, current is decrease. When on the current increase, off or in decrease, on increase, off decrease, on increase, off decrease. So that on and off will control by variation in the current. We'll set the limits of the current. We'll set the limit like this one. So this is the maximum possible current. This is the maximum current Mx, and this is the minimum current. And there is a limit in the variation in the current. This is Mn. So automatically switching is there. Switching provided by current limiting. Current limiter. Suppose that we maintain the current almost constant, less ripple we require. So we will maintain the current, this is the minimum value, this will be the maximum value. So what happens? We will try to maintain. So when the on, this is the current variation, then the off, then on, then the off, then the on, then off, then on, then off, then on, then off, then on, then off, then on, then off. Like this. If wider variation will be allowed, if the wider variation will allow, then moreover the on and off, the on, the off, the on, the off, the on, the off. So this is the total cyclic time, and here this is the total cyclic time. So it depends upon the current requirement. If less ripples are allowed, if the sensitive device, the current variation is not allowed, then that kind of the sensor we are inserting. If the current is more than that, the switch will be off. The current is less, switch will on and off, and an on and off of the switch will provide by the current limiter. So that limits the current in a particular range. So that fixes the ripple content. So by varying this one, but it is a costly affair as compared to pulse width modulation technique. So this is the current controlling time technique. So wherever the constant current type of the source, that kind of the drives we required. Generally in the series motors or the constant control torque controlling is required. Then only this type of the techniques we generally use. Otherwise, in general application, you know, the general application, PWM technique, the best one technique, then it is the low cost technique, better technique, low frequency, low harmonics, and lesser the switching, lesser the design filters, and you know, lighter the circuit, lower the maintenance, lower the cost. All the features are available to the PWM technique. So the PWM is the better technique as compared to frequency modulation and current limiters. Okay. So these are the different techniques. These are the different way to control. This is the analysis of the step down chopper, means buck converter. So this is the whole. This is the most of the things about the buck converters. So now in the next one lecture we will study about the boost and all these different converters. Definitely you will enjoy a lot in this lecture. I have the wide experience to teach the electrical engineering and electronics engineering students from last 22 years. So definitely enjoy a lot with me, with you know, the fundamental, how learn the things of the subject, how gauge the subject, the fundamentally, definitely you will enjoy. You will learn the things fundamentally, and you learn the thing fundamentally, you enjoy the thing fundamentally, definitely you will comment me. So I also enjoy the things fundamentally, and you comment, I will address. I also deliver some of the additional lecture for you. If any of the problem you face, even though you are not facing the problem for the competitive examination point of view, I delivered some of the lecture, that the problem solving classes, problem solving lecture on each and every topic, that may be the converter, that may be the inverter, that may be the chopper, that may be, you know, the whatever the power electronics topic, the circuit analysis, the machine, the power electronics, the control system, the electromagnetic field theory, the circuit analysis. So almost all the subject I will take, and I give the lecture on these subjects also. That definitely you will follow me and subscribe my channel, refer and share. And if you will give the exam and find out the position, the knowledge, test and give the test on e-test series, definitely you will find out your position and learn and practice that. Thank you. Thanks.